Thank you, Katie. Mental health issues are mounting in the wake of COVID-19, making it a priority discussion nationwide. Some racial groups are historically hesitant to seek help.
A local psychologist tells me the stigma of mental illness and seeking counseling is prevalent in the Black community. She says although this is slowly getting better, the barriers are rooted in historical structural racism. Dr. Ebony Jackson breaking the stigma of mental health care in the Black community comes from a very personal place.
Many therapists and psychologists such as myself got into this field because we want people who look like us to know that it's okay to come get help. And those people may feel more comfortable seeing someone who looks like them.
A licensed psychologist here in San Antonio, Dr. Jackson wrote her whole dissertation on the subject. Jackson says these barriers originate from institutional racism throughout history.
Thinking about the Tuskegee syphilis studies they did over decades.
From 1932 to 1972, the United States Public Health Service and Tuskegee University conducted the Tuskegee syphilis study, an experiment following the natural progression of untreated syphilis. The impoverished Black men used in the study were oblivious, only told they were receiving free health care.
Overall, that helped kind of feed the mistrust of the medical community and then branches out to the mental health community.
Dr. Jackson said the stigma has also stemmed from underrepresentation of Black psychologists in the field. She said other races saw therapy as something white people did.
About the 1960s and 70s, right along with the civil rights movement, you saw this influx of Black psychologists and therapists coming about. They didn't feel represented within the general population of the American Psychological Association, and so they established their own association, that ABSI.
Paving the way for open conversation and comfort in the Black community to seek help from doctors who understood them and their struggles. And that continues today.
There's a whole community of groups on social media, especially Facebook, of Black clinicians or other clinicians of color who are coming together to get information out there to our communities.
She hopes the stigma will continue to fade, especially as communities nationwide reconcile with African American history and take major steps towards a healthier future for all. This is one of many stories we're doing as part of our new series, Voices of a Nation. To see more of our work, including segments on Black-owned businesses, go to ksat.com/voices.